Hey everyone, my name is James Shotwell, and today I want to talk to you about music promotion. Not those services that offer you massive exposure in exchange for a small amount of money. I think we all know that on some level those are scams, but I want to talk about how the major players in music promote their songs to influential people. It has nothing to do with pay to play. It's an entirely different system, and I'm going to tell you about it in this video. For all the ways the music business has changed over the last 50 or 100 years, one thing remains the same. Whether you have money, whether you have all the right tools, doesn't really matter unless you have good relationships. Every great publicity campaign, marketing campaign, promotional campaign, whatever you want to call it, if you're trying to get your creativity out there in the world, it all comes back to relationships. That includes the relationships you have with your fans, but also, perhaps more importantly in some cases, the industry at large. And building relationships takes time, but it's something that you're entirely capable of. It's all about just introducing yourself to people, bonding over shared interests, and then developing a mutually beneficial relationship that hopefully lasts as long as both of you work in the entertainment industry. Now, if you look around our channel, there are lots of videos on networking, so I don't want to talk about it too much here, but I feel that it is very important that I emphasize that this is the foundation of successful campaigns in the music business. Everything else I'm going to talk about doesn't really matter if you don't have relationships. And if you don't know how to get a hold of the New York Times, that's fine. Start with the people that you like on a daily basis. Start with the writers that you love. Start with the websites that you frequent. Start with the websites that cover the bands that you think are similar to your own. Start there. Reach out, introduce yourself, talk to one another, share your music, and hopefully something develops. And whether you have 5, 10, 100, or even 1,000 people on your contact list, it all comes back to those relationships. So if you know those people and you have some level of engagement with them, then you can develop a really good, successful campaign. But if you turn to something like Fiverr or some Reddit thread with a spreadsheet of contacts and you hope that blasting your music to a whole bunch of so-called influencers is going to change everything, guess what? It's not. That's just not the way that success happens in the industry. It's all about those relationships. So if you have them, no matter how many they are, let's keep going. Okay, so we have our relationships, but we now have another problem. There are a lot of people trying to get the attention of influencers in the music industry today, at every level, whether it's small blogs that you're not really sure anyone has ever really paid attention to, or the major publications. They're all being inundated with press releases, album promos, exclusive opportunities, interview requests, and everything else every single day. And you need a way to cut through the noise. Now, some of this comes down to being really good at writing, finding a good way to sell yourself, comparing yourself to other musicians, having a very good bio, having good photos, having good cover art, having great music. All of these things matter. But it's the presentation of these things that often ends up being what cuts through the noise. And there's one service that I feel does this better than anybody else: Hallux.com. Hallux is the music industry's premier digital promotional distribution platform. Hallux makes it easy for record labels, publicists, and independent artists from all over the world to share their new and unreleased music with influencers using a secure, customizable platform. Now, Hallux doesn't supply contact lists. You have to bring those to the website. So if you don't have them, hire a publicist. But Hallux does matter. It makes a huge difference in your promotional activities, and I'll tell you why. First and foremost, most music sharing platforms are so boring to look at. Think about SoundCloud, Google Drive, Dropbox, Box, WeTransfer. Maybe you get to add your artwork to the page, but mostly you're just using a prefab design that emphasizes the brand behind the website more than your music. So as an example, if you think about a SoundCloud landing page for a record, you see the album artwork in the corner, but you also see branding for SoundCloud and SoundCloud Premium and maybe an ad for something. There's just a lot of other stuff going on that distracts from what's really important: your music. But that's not what happens on Hallux. On Hallux, people are presented with a landing page that is super clean and built to meet the needs of the album promotion. So you see the artwork, you see the album title, you see the release date, you see the label, you see a description, you see music videos, you see images, you can stream the songs all from one page with no external ads and very minimal branding from the company. Now, right out the box, Hallux promos are beautiful. Here's a very basic one that just has the album artwork and all the essential information. It's clean, it looks very professional, and it already stands out. But with a few seconds of customization, and I mean literally less than 2 minutes, you can make something that looks like this. Now, this is a promo for the band You, Me, and Everyone We Know, who dropped a live album entitled Alive in Chicago back in December, and this was the landing page for their album promo. As you can see, the colors are made to match the album artwork, and there's a banner at the top to help with branding. There's also a video of the concert in question, as well as photos of the band. There's a lot of stuff here. It's everything that a music journalist or influencer would need to make really cool content to support this release. And this is just one of literally millions of different customized promos that have been made over the last decade that Hallux has been in business. But that's not all. Hallux makes it very easy to send eye-catching emails containing unique invitation links to your influencers. Now, these links are important because every contact gets their own link to your music, which means it's easy for you to track how they're engaging with the promo. So let's say that you send your album out to 100 people at various publications or podcasts or whatever. You'll be able to look at that email campaign and see who opened the email, who listened to your music, how much of your music they listened to, and whether or not they downloaded it. So when you're trying to figure out who to pitch more coverage to or exclusive coverage, you'll find out who's engaging with the promo the most. That will help inform your future email decisions, making it easier for you to build your campaign moving forward. Now, Hallux is very secure, but they do offer watermarking. So in the off chance that your music leaks online, you can send it to the Hallux team. They will scan the file and identify the person behind the leak. They can tell you who downloaded it, where they downloaded it from, and when they downloaded it in an instant. It's an incredible amount of technology, and it has helped identify more than 100 pirates over the last decade. And there's a lot more that I still haven't covered. Hallux also makes it simple to manage teams. So if you have a record label with people all over the world, they can each have their own login and their own capabilities within your account. There's also a dashboard where you can see in real time how people are engaging with your content. There are snapshots for each promo that you upload so that you can see the basic consumption of the promo as a whole. And there are reports that you can export, like how many people have streamed the release and how many people have not even been invited to it yet. And all of your contacts can be exported and updated as needed. There are just so many different ways to use Hallux, and they're adding new tools all the time, which is what makes it so important in music promotion today. It makes it easy to create visually stunning promo materials that pull people in and allow you to track how they're engaging with your music so that you can make more informed decisions moving forward. And that's how the stars do it. They study what's happening to their materials. They get it out there early, they get it out there to the people that they know, they look at it and they say, how can we make best decisions moving forward? And then they do that. There are still more things I could name, but I'm not going to. I just want you to go to hallux.com today. That's HAULIX.com today and sign up. There's a 1-month free trial on all new accounts. So if you try it and you hate it, cancel, you'll never be charged. But I don't think that'll be the case. Because as long as you have great contacts, or you hire somebody that has great contacts, like one of the many amazing publicists who already use our system, then you're going to have success. Because Hallux is what the industry goes to when they want good promotion. And if they see you using that service, they're going to be inclined to open it and see what you're promoting. And I'm wishing you the best. I might even be the person that welcomes you to the company if you're lucky, so please sign up today. Okay, I'm done promoting Hallux right now, but if you haven't already done so, please consider clicking the subscribe button down below. This channel is a part of Hallux, but it also only exists because people like you subscribe to the channel. So if you haven't done so already, please do. And if you have, then I'm wishing you the best week. I hope to see you soon. And please, please, please take care of yourself because you deserve it.